Do you remember when you thought Stephen King's It was a good movie? Well, you were wrong. I have the King of Horror Stephen King film collection here today. It's got 4 movies by Stephen King, but today we are talking about Stephen King's It. Released in 1990, this film has a 67% tomato meter, a 64% popcorn meter, and a 6.8 on IMDb. Not great reviews, and I agree. Directed by Tommy Lee Wallace over a period of 3 months in Vancouver, this film had a total budget of $12 million, which is almost double what a TV movie budget was back then. It somehow grossed $178 million, but it was made for TV, so I'm not sure where they get that number. I don't know if that's VHS sales. Released by ABC as a 2-part miniseries, this movie has the same title as the novel written by Stephen King. The story is set in 2 time periods, both 1960 and 1990, following the lives of the same kids 30 years later when they return back to their hometown to fight a demonic being, It, 30 years later. Their hometown? Guess where? Stephen King, in Maine. With a stacked cast, including Tim Reed, John Ritter, Jonathan Brandis, Seth Green, and of course, a phenomenal performance by Tim Curry as the legendary Pennywise. Although the second part of the film suffered from low ratings, the film gained phenomenal cultural success, mainly due to Tim Curry's performance in the film. Top 5 interesting facts about Stephen King's It. Fact number 5. Dean Koontz, a fellow author, has a cameo in the film. He plays an asylum guard who's guarding Henry Bauer when he's grown up. Interesting fact number 4 about Stephen King's It. Although mild now, this in 1990 was shocking for TV. The blood coming out of the book was unseen at that time. Interesting fact number 3 about Stephen King's It. The director Wallace blamed the second part's low ratings and failure, if you will, on the fact that the adult actors were just, quote, not as magnetic to watch. I blame it on it being terrible. I didn't remember the spider. It was not a good ending. I think it suffered because it was kind of shit. The kid's story was good. Interesting fact number 2, Stephen King was hesitant to release this as a TV movie because he felt that television wouldn't do justice to what the book included. In fact, there is an orgy scene in the book that was never even considered for the script. Obviously, it's not rated, it's television. It's not gonna get an orgy scene. Interesting fact number 1 is, of course, going to be about Pennywise. Tim Curry was hesitant to take the role because he feared a lengthy makeup process. He had just got done shooting 1985's Ridley Scott film Legend, where he played Lord of Darkness and had to endure a whole lengthy makeup process. But they assured just some clown makeup wouldn't take long. It is reported that he was so scary that even the cast and crew stayed away from him on set. Alice Cooper was briefly considered for the role while Tim Curry was debating on it. My retro recommendation for Stephen King's It: 7 out of 10, Stephen King's It on the must-watch meter. It's just because Pennywise. I would say 6 out of 10. It's a trashy TV movie that you don't need to see. But Pennywise, man, like, if you haven't seen this, you have to watch it once in your life. It's not going to scare you. It's not scary at all. It's a TV movie. But you have to watch it once in your life just to see Tim Curry's portrayal of Pennywise is just perfect. It's so good. He does a great job. You have to watch it. 7 out of 10 on the must-watch meter. Our Halloween ratings: 2 out of 5 on the jump scare meter. There's a couple, but it's predictable. You're gonna know they're coming. It's a TV movie. Not scary. 2 out of 5 on the jump scare meter. Goosebumps meter, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. It's not that scary. Again, it's for TV. I could see how children would be scared by it. The book bleeding and no one noticing blood, like, that's kind of scary, but it's not scary. 2 out of 5. And our gore meter, again, it's a TV movie. 1 out of 5. Not that great. Stephen King's It. The story's not that compelling. I probably won't watch this again for a long time. It's just not that interesting. It's a made-for-TV movie, and the funny thing is, I never knew it was made for a TV movie. My personal story with this movie, this was another movie that my grandmother had in her collection. She had the VHS. I never saw it on TV. I don't remember watching it on TV anyway. But she had the VHS. She had probably 50, 60 VHS, which at that time was a massive collection. And more than half of them were horror movies. So we watched a lot of horror movies. And to be fair, I don't know that I ever watched part 2. I did not remember part 2. I haven't watched this movie in, 30 years, 25 at least. I don't remember part 2. I remembered the kids killing it. When I was watching the movie and it got to the scene in the tunnel or in the sewer, I was like, wait, this is over, right? I didn't remember the second part all that well at all. I don't know that we ever watched it. It came out as a 2-part VHS cassette. So I don't know that we ever watched it. But even though I didn't watch it, I think the spider at the end is stupid as hell. I think it ends very terribly. Part 2 is definitely worse than part 1. I won't be watching it anytime soon. Before I watched this movie recently, I would have given it a 9 out of 10. Just asking me, oh yeah, that's a great movie. Rewatching it, nostalgia lies to you sometimes. Like, it happens a lot with movies, it happens a lot with video games, and it happens a lot with ex-girlfriends. It's just not as good as you remember. Our special features on this King of Horror collection. This movie only has commentary. It's got commentary with actor Tim Reed, Dennis Christopher, John Ritter, and director Tommy Lee Wallace. That is Stephen King's It. Happy Halloween.